Last week I released a video called Halo Pro Trashes Casual Players, in which I address a statement that was made by a pro Halo player called T-Squared. If you have not seen the video, then I highly recommend watching it before you continue watching this video. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. Anyway, in that video I basically talk about the issue of certain pro Halo players thinking that the opinion of casual players doesn't matter. I take a strong and harsh stance against such pro players and argue that Halo's future and changes made to the game should focus more on what the majority of players want rather than what a few pros want. To be honest, I did not expect that many people to support the video. I thought the likes to dislikes ratio was going to be much lower, but you guys proved me wrong and overwhelmingly supported what I had to say. However, even though the vast majority of you sided with my position, I am aware that the video stirred up some anger and controversy in the Halo community. Now, it should be known that it was never in my intent to further divide an already divided Halo community with what I said, but I understand that that was one of the unintended consequences. Thus, I want to take this time and make a statement to those pro players and all the other individuals in the community that I may have offended with my previous video. I just want to say that I apologize for absolutely fucking nothing. What I said in my Halo Pro Trashes Casual Players video was only directed at those entitled pro players that think casual players are somehow unworthy, and that we should not have any input into the changes made to Halo. That's it. It was not a generalization of all professional Halo players, and it sure as hell was not a middle finger to highly competitive players. The message I had in that video was only directed at a select group of pros such as T-Squared that think casual players should just shut up, recede, and listen to what the pros have to say, because apparently only they know what's best for us in Halo. As I have made clear, I completely disagree with that. In my opinion, the millions of casual players and fans should be the driving force of the major changes made to Halo and not a small group of pro players. And this is due to the fact that millions of casual players buy, play, and continually support Halo, as I said before. Thus, the game's lifeline and success beyond Bungie and 343 was and is literally and figuratively in the hands of casual Halo players and fans. This is undeniable. Now, as I have mentioned before, I am a casual player. I can play extremely competitively in ranked playlists, or I can mess around like a complete idiot in social playlists. My friends play the game the same way, and I understand that there are millions of other players that play Halo this way as well. To an extent, we are Halo's brothers in arms who support the game, and I respect that. However, what I don't respect is a prominent member of the Halo community elevating himself and trashing those same millions of Halo players. So if you think that I'm just going to stand by quietly and watch a special pro disrespect me, my friends, and the other millions of Halo players simply because we are casuals, then you are wrong. And if no one in the Halo community is willing to take a stand and speak up for the silent millions of Halo players and fans that helped build this damn franchise's legacy, then I will. I don't give a shit if that means I will be in the crosshairs, targeted, or slandered. I'll stand up for those Halo players that don't have a voice but have every right to be heard. And if you think that I'm doing this because I have a problem with pro players or the competitive scene of Halo and I just want to spread hate in the community, then you must be fucking delusional. If anything, I have wicked respect for Halo's pros, especially those individuals who helped 343 with map testing and everything else involved in the development of Halo games. Furthermore, in my opinion, as a casual, I believe that 343 should actually listen to the pros and give them more control of the settings, weapons, maps, and so on that they want in their playlists and competitions. So hell no, me standing up for the casual player is not about hate towards pros or competitive Halo. It's about the truth. And the truth is, casual players are tired of the bullshit. We're tired of being dismissed and basically told, hey, you don't matter. Go play a campaign. Go play against the Covenant. So if that simple truth offends you and hurts your feelings, then tough luck, because myself and the other millions of casuals don't give a damn about your feelings. We give a damn about Halo. I'm not going to sit here and give you a bullshit video where I force myself to pretend like everything is fine and dandy with Halo or the community. I'm not going to treat people like 4-year-old kids and tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them what they need to hear. And if a Halo player that only focuses on analyzing weapons and vehicles and barely talks in his videos needs to go out of his way and address a problem that many Halo players agree exists, then you know something is wrong. Now, I'm not saying let's get rid of every competitive aspect of Halo. That's just counterproductive considering competitiveness and skill gaps have always been integral traits of all Halo games in the past. I'm saying let's find that balance. Let's find that balance that will make a future Halo game not only good, but great. Let's listen to the collective opinion of the pros and the collective opinion of casuals instead of dismissing them. And then, based off of that combined feedback, let's make a Halo game that does its best to satisfy both player bases. Pros can have their own specific settings in their own playlists and competitions, but let's not apply those settings across the board in the entire game. If pros don't want certain weapons on their maps like automatics, then remove them. You don't need to nerf weapons because you want them to stay in certain playlists. And finally, let's talk about the classic versus modern Halo mechanics debate for future games that resurfaces again and again and again. Many of you know that I prefer modern Halo mechanics. However, I personally don't care if future installments have classic or modern mechanics because I've adapted to both and I can play both styles interchangeably. I will play future Halos regardless of which type of movement system they have. Sprint or no sprint is not enough to make me quit playing Halo games. But that is only my opinion. What 343 needs to do is listen to the majority of the players. If they want Spartan abilities removed, then remove them. If they want Spartan abilities to stay, then keep them. But if that doesn't matter and 343 is so set in stone and believes that Halo moving forward absolutely needs to have Spartan abilities and that's their vision of what the ideal Halo game should be, then so be it. However, don't forget about Halo's past and at least give players a permanent classic arena playlist where some or all of the Spartan abilities are turned off. It would be a great step forward, showing you respect Halo's past and origins. But it doesn't have to end there. Maybe Halo Reach style armor customization is brought back. Maybe playable elites make a return, and so on. It's a lot easier to build a Halo game if you simply listen to the players. Anyway, these are my thoughts on recent issues and about how Halo needs to be handled going into the future. I know we, the Halo community, can sometimes get into crazy and heated arguments, but that is not our downfall. As bad as it may seem, it just shows that we are passionate about the game we all play. So let's not forget that even though we agree, disagree, fight, and argue like vicious animals, deep down we really care and only want what's best for Halo.
Let's not even talk about the power supply. You know how expensive this gear is, son?
Tell that to the Covenant.
So tell me you got it right now.